too. Hello and happy Thursday. So this is me, Irena. Hello if we haven't met. I'm jumping on to do a rant. Might not be the best way to meet me if we haven't met before. But here's what I'm ranting about. Asking questions. It is so important that we continue to ask questions. In my yoga classes that I teach, I highly encourage everyone to ask questions, right? Shout them out in the middle of class. Let me know what's on your mind. If you want to know, why do we spread our pinky toe? Why do we hold our hands often in a pose like this versus this? Because it's not one right way or wrong way, but there's an intention behind what we're doing. And you might not know what that intention is. And you might wonder, because you might have heard or experienced the pose taught differently in a different space, right? Even as far as clearing your space of thoughts and unwanted emotions, there's a million different ways to do it. And when I share one particular way, it's very much because I have an intention in mind and I'm tailoring it to you. And that's one of my superpowers, is meeting you where you are and offering over 20 years worth of practices that I've gathered and cultivated to help you shift into a place of harmony. So asking questions is vital, and here's why it's vital. Because today, some of you know, had a flood in my basement, 5 times flood, 5 to 6 times, depending on how you want to count it. My basement has had all sorts of water issues, and I'm going to do more sacred ceremony around that to help protect and clear the space energetically. Yet, in the meantime, as I'm putting the place back together, there are certain questions, right, that come up. Right now in the in-between, I realize that when I ask questions, if I don't ask them in a particular way, then it's not going to trigger the answer in the other person. So here's the example. I'm worried about the wall. I don't want water to get into my basement wall from my latest flood. And right now, I had all sorts of fans downstairs, but the floor has to be ripped up. It has to come up anyway. So am I protecting and saving something that needs to be released anyway? I just want to make sure it's the best possible case scenario while I wait for everything to go through with insurance to say, all right, we can repair it, right? Because now it's broken again. So I'm paying for it to be fixed right now. But yet, how far do you go with that fix? You're going to fix something completely that you're going to be releasing and letting go of, or you're just going to let go of it. So 3 days later, I come into the point where me saying, just want to know, did it get into the wall? That's the only thing. I know everything else has to go. I just wonder, how would I know if the water got into the wall? How would it have gotten there? It took me saying, I guess in order to know, come up with a plausible scenario, I might have to lift the floor up and take the floor away completely, take down the baseboard and drill into the wall. And at that point, the idea was sparked in the other person, who realized, oh no, we've got a simple tool for that. All we have to do is just make this little space and then we can check and tell you. And now I wonder, wow, if I could have arrived at that question 3 days ago, would I have needed to go the route that I did, right? So wherever we end up, there are different journeys and pathways to take us to where we want to go. Ultimately, we're going to end up where we need to be. But the pathway can be very enjoyable and fun and playful, or it can be filled with hardship and strife. So the idea, hi there, Pamela, good to have you. The idea with cultivating a yoga practice, becoming aware of the energy we bring into a space and how it affects us, cultivating the aspect to tap in and ask your guides. And I kid you not, I was there with these wonderful people who are helping work on my house, and I was doing muscle testing, right? Do I keep the fans in place or do I get rid of them, right? They want to keep it because it's not completely dry yet, but everything's going to be lifted up and taken away anyway. So there I am, and I'm muscle testing. Do I keep the fans? Do I get rid of them? How much do I keep? Do I keep this one? Do I keep that one? Right? There I am muscle testing because I'm in a point of panic. I have no idea how much this is going to cost me and how it'll escalate. And I'm getting all worked up, panicked and anxious and nervous. And like my credit card, I heard $20,000. Like, my credit card doesn't even go that high. So, thank God for credit cards. I'm getting really angry if people are so anti-credit card. I tell you what. Anyway, so this is Irena's rant. There I am muscle testing, because when we are in a state of upsetness, of panic, this is my space where I thrive, using tools to share with you, because I live it, believe me, right? I was right there in the midst of it today, complete panic. I mean, visceral, like body shaking. And I had to make a split decision on a moment's notice, right? Do I keep it? Do I let it go, right? And I did my muscle testing, and I trust my muscle testing. I decided, you know what? I'm going into my intuition, even though I'm in a state of panic, and it can be hard to listen for that inner guidance and inner wisdom all the time. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining. All the time I put in on the sticky mat, sitting or going for a walk outside with my puppies, because that's meditation too. I'm able to discern that small, still voice that lets me know, yes, this is the right way to go. No, it's not. Because there are so many times that we have to make that decision. We don't have all the information. We're in a place of agitation, worry, fear. How do we tap into making the best possible choice in that moment? So those are the tools that I love, love, love to share with you. So when you find yourself in a place where you're not quite sure of what's going on, never hesitate to start asking questions. And if people get angry that you're asking questions and they push back, maybe because they don't know the answer or they don't want to take the time, then really take a good moment and a deep breath to see if you want to continue that relationship, whatever kind of form it's in with that person, how you choose to engage with them in the future. Because I'll tell you, I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything, obviously. And the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know. Yeah, Lisa, I love that you're a questioner. You are amazing, an amazing questioner. And you have incredible connection to your intuition and insight. If you guys haven't met Lisa, she has a wonderful company called Positively Productive. And Lisa, if you drop your link to whatever you want to, whether it's your business page or the services you offer or your Facebook group, whatever, all of it, because Lisa's also doing a gratitude practice too. I guess we're about halfway through here in May, but it was a whole month of May that we're in. Because when you cultivate that energy of gratitude, right? Even though my basement's flooded 5-6 times, I'm losing count now. And even though I'm in this limbo state of I don't know what's happening and where to go, I can find gratitude, right? I can tap into the fact that I have a wonderful team that comes in and they're willing to listen to me. I have a supportive husband. I have healthy children, and I'm in my home, right? It hasn't fallen down around my ears. When you cultivate the gratitude, you're going to shift your energetic field, and you're going to find that you find more blessings to be grateful for in your life. You attract them to you. That's the idea. You do the work on yourself, and it'll shift your entire experience. So yeah, you're halfway through it, but you do it quarterly. Okay, so Lisa's halfway through her gratitude practice, but she does it quarterly, and it is phenomenal. So definitely get on Lisa's list so you know when it comes around again. But yeah, share all the links, Lisa, so people can find you. And she helps you as well. She's in the middle of a big move, and she's getting ready to, she's figuring out how do I manage things. And Lisa has a background in yoga as well and essential oils, so she knows the whole big holistic picture, and she brings that into a way to share it with you and help you organize yourself, not only physically in your space, but mentally, like with your work day. And even for a person like me who can't block things off time-wise, I was amazed, because I was like, oh yeah. I was like, Lisa, yeah, I've tried all right, 8 to 9 do this, 9 to 10 do that, and do it every week on Tuesday. It doesn't work for me because I'm much more fluid. I'm like a little fishy who wants to go over here. And it's not even an ADD thing, but I have such an oddball schedule. So Lisa actually has a system to help people like us who are hard to pin down that empowers us to make the most of our time. So check her out. So question. It's good to be around people who know how to ask questions and who will just keep going, even if they run into a brick wall, because the other person should be able to say, you know what, that's a good question. I don't have an answer for you. Here's what I do know, and I'll do my best to find out what I can about what you're asking on. Yeah, productivity is all about authenticity. I love it. Yeah, Lisa has an incredible background and just all of the education and time she's put into building this space. It's incredible. And she's got a great cat, Cosmo, and Cleo as well. I don't want to leave Cleo out, but just beautiful connection with the animals. And that means a lot too. Our animals bring us great peace. So thank you for enduring with me through my rant. And the whole point of this was ask questions and keep asking them, right? If you're not getting an answer, like I wasn't getting an answer, I just want to know, is there water? I just want to know. The only thing I need to know, and then I had to give a possible solution to get to the answer. I guess I would have to. I didn't have to go that far. So take a breath. And I'll leave you with this. This is one of my favorite ways to find your center. Because let's say you don't know muscle testing, and I can get into that later. Or you don't have a quick tip or technique to help you make a quick decision. You can take your right hand, just like this, all the fingers together, and draw a line, just kind of using the outer edge of your hand as a marker. And you go right down from forehead to heart. A good friend of mine, Patsy, showed me this. So when you're really scattered and you're in panic, enable you to make a quick, easy decision, just like that. And it's actually American Sign Language for God. So something simple and easy. You might see me doing a lot of this, right? Like Seinfeld, serenity now. So thanks for joining me. If this video has helped you, please share it with others, because the world will be a better place when we have that time to cultivate the garden of our own inner heart, and we will make a change just from that. If you want to dive deeper into this kind of work, join me in my Facebook group. You say that all the time, Lisa, serenity now. Maybe that's why it came to me. Popped into my head, big letters, serenity now. But yeah, we have a good time like this over in my free Facebook group. Please, I'd love to have you come and play with us. That's just, I'll put the link in here, but it's Yoga with Irena. All right, have a great day. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I feel the same way about you. Lots of love and big hugs. Bye, guys.